Hi there, Chris from Stone Age Gamer here, and welcome back to Stone Age Countdown. Kirby. I love this little guy. I love him so much. I've been a huge fan of Kirby games ever since the original Kirby's Dream Land on Game Boy. I just think he's great, and what makes this series so interesting is how malleable it is. Because it's not just platformers. They're great, but he also has all kinds of weird stuff too. Kirby can be any number of things, and that's what makes him great. So today, we're going to count down my favorite top 5 Kirby spin-offs.
Number 5, Kirby's Dream Buffet. Okay, wait, before we go any further, we're only talking about games that are not Kirby adventure games, so like no Canvas Curse, no Tilt and Tumble, we're just talking about the weird stuff. I'm also disqualifying Avalanche because, well, that's just Puyo Puyo. So anyway, back to business. Kirby has been in racing games before. In fact, you're probably going to hear about one of those soon. But this one here is a bit different because this one is all about getting fat. In Dream Buffet, you roll around as Kirby and try to eat as much food as possible. The more you eat, the fatter you get, and the player who weighs the most at the end of the races wins, and you get fat. But there's a little bit more to it than just that. There are traditional Kirby power-ups that can damage your enemies, making them less fat, and different kinds of stages that aren't just races, like battles, or seeing who can eat the most strawberries that fall into a cup. This game is positively adorable and has an amazing soundtrack that spans the entire Kirby franchise. My only gripe is, why the heck is this not 4-player local multiplayer? It's such a strange limitation that frustrates me to no end. But that aside, this game is great. Number 4, Kirby's Block Ball. If you've ever wondered what would happen if you crossed Kirby with Breakout, this is your answer. Kirby's Block Ball is a super fascinating take on the classic brick-breaking formula. Kirby himself is the ball, and you launch him around at bricks and try to clear the stages. Actually, it's a bit more like Arkanoid than straight-up Breakout, since this also includes unbreakable blocks that do that little shine thingy when you hit them, and you have to contend with enemies shuffling about the stages. It also has those trademark Kirby power-ups that can help you bust blocks, some fun boss battles, and even stages where you have to control panels on the walls and the top of the stage. It's quite a brilliant little game, and a fascinating take on a classic gameplay formula. Number 3, Kirby Air Ride. Look, I'm going to level with you. I've put almost no time into this game myself. I played a few minutes of it when it first came out, and it just didn't click with me. But I know how much this game is loved, so I've done a little bit of educating myself as to why, and I think it deserves a spot right here in the middle. I remember when the Nintendo 64 was on its way, seeing a preview for Kirby's Air Ride, ''S, which I had to assume is what this game eventually evolved out of. I was really excited for that back then, but for some reason when it launched on GameCube, it just zipped right by me. You play as Kirby, and you race around on a star. You control the game with just one button, and it comes off as super simple. But under the surface, you've got a really fun game, especially when you factor in City Trial. It's a whole thing. The new Kirby Air Riders is coming to Switch too, and it looks pretty great, and that wouldn't exist without this. Kirby Air Ride more than earns the number 3 spot. Number 2, Kirby's Pinball Land. Unless my memory is worse than I think it is, this is the very first Kirby spin-off, and for my money, it's still one of the greats. This is without a doubt one of the best video game pinball games ever put together, and I will not be taking any questions on those assertions. It came out right around the same time as Kirby's Adventure for NES, and I have to assume it was in development beforehand, because it doesn't feature Kirby's trademark copy abilities at all, which made their debut in his NES outing. But honestly, it doesn't even need copy abilities. It's got fun boss battles and great physics, interesting stages, wonderful music. It's the complete package. Oh, and speaking of packaging, the box itself is designed to look like a pinball table, complete with flipper buttons on the side. I love it! Number 1, Kirby's Dream Course. This is not just one of the best Kirby games ever made, it's one of the best Super Nintendo games ever made. Kirby's Dream Course is sort of like Kirby Mini Golf. You line up your shots, you try to knock out the various enemies around each course, and whichever enemy is the last one to go turns into the hole, and you have to then get there in as few strokes as possible. The stages themselves are brilliantly laid out, which take various copy abilities on hand into consideration for some absolutely killer opportunities to get some very impressive holes in one. I don't know what the plural on that is. Anyway, the graphics and sound are top top-notch as well. The colors pop, the checkerboard floors are not only cool looking but helpful in lining up tricky shots, and the music is, it's just great. The instrument choices are awesome. It's great reinventions of classic tunes from previous Kirby games and some new compositions that are excellent, and there's multiplayer. This game's versus mode is absolutely brutal. If you get two people together who know how to play this game, it can get positively dirty, and I love it. Dream Course is amazing, and you and everyone else should go play it.
And there you have it, everybody. Those are my top 5 Kirby spin-offs. I love this little guy. I can't wait to see what they do with him next. I want to see more weird stuff for Kirby in the future. That's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw here today, please follow, comment, like, subscribe, share, and let me know what Kirby games did I miss. What weird Kirby spin-offs are way better than the ones that I mentioned. I mean, obviously, the Kirby Fighter games, are those games really good and I just missed out on it? Isn't there like a rhythm game where DDD's jumping on a bunch of drums? I don't know. Tell me all about it in the comments. Thanks again for watching. On behalf of all of us here at Stone Age Gamer, keep playing games.